You're looking at a chart of gold. I want to talk about the short scalp trade that I just did in the Asia session that I have journaled on my profile. Okay, so you'll always see my trades journaled on my Twitter profile. That's the trade that I just did. Okay, just a small scalp. And let me talk about first the entry of the short and why I exited early. Okay, so there's a couple of things on a 4 hourly chart. I've got levels marked. Okay, so I've got this fair value gap marked on my chart. Okay, and you can see that we've come up pretty close to there, and I've got a line. You may not be able to see that, but I do have a vertical line at 9.30 exactly on my chart. Okay, so that blue line is the fair value gap premium price. That's basically where this fair value gap closes. Okay, the price did not get to the top of that, but if I look at the time, okay, that's 9:30 p.m. That's when I'm looking for my shorts. Okay, so I'm watching a 1 minute chart. Okay, so let's make this a bit bigger. And so that there, let me see if I can make this line a bit thicker, maybe make it a different color for now, then I'll put it back to how it should be. So you should be able to see that now. That's 9:30, okay? The vertical line represents 9:30, okay? So this is a 1 minute chart, and I'm expecting the market to go up to this price point, which it doesn't get to. Okay, that's that 4 hourly fair value gap, right? So I'm expecting the market to be up there somewhere at 9:30 and then have some kind of reaction. We don't get there, okay? So, but I do see that prior to 9:30, this is the 9 p.m. We move up and we break structure, right? This is the swing low on a 1 minute chart that makes that high. And notice that we don't take out the high and we break structure. So now I'm looking for my short on a 1 minute chart, okay? Even though we don't get up to a key price point, but in terms of time, I'll make this dim again now because it's just in the way, okay? Let's make that dim. We don't take out the high, but we do break structure. And now I'm looking for that pullback, okay? So that's the 9:30 candle, okay? We get the pullback into that level, okay? And I'll take my short at that price point there, and I'm watching, watching to see, do we take out these highs? Because I want to be nimble. If we start to trade back up there, I'm going to close my trade. So after 9:30, after seeing this breaking structure pullback, right at 9:30, I'll take the short. It might have been a little bit before, but around that time, as we're coming into this bearish order block, okay, we've broken structure. No fair value gaps there. Now we start to make our way down, okay? And I'm watching this, and it's just crawling down, and I'm not really liking the price action, right? So I'm in this trade now. It's the new hour has started. I know at the new hour, this is like the 10 a.m. hour now, that we may get a reaction, okay? I'm in this trade at 9:30. It's 10 a.m. This thing hasn't moved, okay? It's 10:15. I'm in this trade for 45 minutes, okay? I've got other time frames on my other screens. I'm looking at a 5 minute, okay? I'm looking at this order block where this move began from, and I'm thinking maybe we're going to have a reaction from there, right? So I've got to be aware. I need to manage my trade. This could be where it's coming down into for a reaction, and you can see we did have a reaction as it got there. So I'm still watching the charts, okay? I let that one go because we still haven't got, this is the new hour. I'm expecting a reaction. We get a little bit down. I'm waiting really for this, okay? That's really my target, or even lower, okay? But now we're 45 minutes into the trade. We haven't really done anything. This is crawling, so I've closed it out, okay? I still made a reasonable profit, okay? Still made my 50 pips, which is typically what I aim for, right? So if we kind of measure where I got in from, just down to there is more than 50 pips, okay? And I exited around there at 24.10, somewhere around that level. But I just didn't like the way that the price was moving. You can see it's still chopping around, and now, it's more than an hour. This is now close to 10:30 p.m., okay? So that's why I closed it. I took the trade. It was a reasonable entry because of the break in structure, okay? Prior to 9:30, we've got to close below a swing low. There's the pullback, okay, into this rejection block. You can see it on a 5 minute time frame. Okay, so I've got 5 minute, 50 minute, 4 hour, 1 hour open, but on my other screen that I'm looking at, but on this screen I look at it on a 1 minute chart. Okay, the key to see this was that we have a breaking structure before 9:30, pullback up. Okay, on a 1 minute, this is the bearish breaker. On a 5 minute, that's the where are we? That's the rejection block. Okay, after closing below the swing low. Okay, and this is the pullback, and this is 9:30 into that rejection block. Okay, so at that point, this is kind of my target underneath here. Okay, but I've got to be careful because that's also a bearish order block. Okay, so I'm watching this. I've got the target. We move back below that swing low. Okay, and that's why I was looking at the market. We've got a bit more down to that 24.10. Okay, but it just wasn't moving fast enough for me. We probably still may tap down into this fair value gap, which is what I was looking for, and that would have been a nice move from that 9:30 down to there, 80-90 pips. That's kind of what I was looking for, but I just did not like the way that it was moving. It's just moving too slow for my liking. So all of this tells me this is cooling down. Probably will hit this fair value gap, okay? But I think this will be. I'm expecting high prices from now, okay? I'm expecting that we'll get down to here or lower. I'm expecting us to be higher in London, and then maybe a bit higher in New York, and maybe then go down or go up. I'm not really sure at this point in time. As I said in my video earlier, you know, this move yesterday could be the dump. Order flow is still bullish, as I mentioned this morning, okay? On a 50-minute chart, we're kind of coming into this, these two down candles, which are the bullish order blocks, okay? And we're probably going higher, in my opinion. So in my opinion, this is a dump, and we're probably making our way back up to some level to rebalance. My view, as I said this morning, is that this is liquidity for a move higher, possibly into here, or maybe just into this fair value gap. There's lots of fair value gaps that need to be rebalanced, okay? So really, we're just watching the clock, looking at, you know, London is now the next session that I'll be interested in. I'll be looking at what's happening at price at 2:30 or 3:30 a.m., okay? And then what's happening at price in New York at 9:30 a.m. I haven't checked the calendar today. Let's have a look quickly. So we don't have anything really on the calendar for the US dollar. So, you know, this will most likely just be a pullback to rebalance some of the big move that we did yesterday. So I'm still looking for high prices to come for now, okay? Hope that video was useful. One thing I will mention is that you've got to manage your trade, okay? If you are in a position and you're in that trade half an hour, 40 minutes, 45 minutes, it's not moving in your direction, it's chopping around, you know, take your money and run away. There's no need to let your ego control you. Look at this is just a chop, you know. I've got profits on the table. I'm already in profit by 50 pips. You know, why would I want to stay in this? There's no reason for me to stay in this. This right here, if you just look at this small price action, come down, we've traded above, now we've traded into a fair value gap. Just that little price action there says bullish order flow, right? Just that little price action there. Okay, still we could come down, but if you just look at that, that's bullish order flow. So it just doesn't make sense to hold on to the trade, and I'm glad I did take it off. At least I got something for my work, right? A couple of $1,000 for that 45 minutes of work that I had put in to watch the market. Do I care if we go lower as anticipated? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Okay, I don't want to teach my brain to hold on to positions that just don't make sense, that are chopping around and not really. You know, I want to see a fast move down, right? If I want for me to stay in this, I want to see a fast move down, reaching my target level, not chopping around. Okay, right now this to me looks like it's the third 15-minute candle of the new hour, 10:33 p.m. It's basically the last half hour of the Asia session. This is bullish order flow, right here. This is bullish order flow. These two down candles going above fair value gap, come down into fair value gap, and moving higher. So it's chop, right? It's chop. I'm glad I've taken that position off, and that's something I want you to learn, to look at the charts. If within 30, this should be a 15-minute trade maximum, 30-minute trade in and out, done. But 45 minutes, even 1 hour, it's still chopping around, looks like turning around now. So that's the lesson, okay? Hope the video was useful. I will now talk with you in a future video.